Hello, welcome back to my classes, Dr. Manish English Academy. Today, I'll cover the first chapter from the book First Flight, Class 10 CBSE. That is, A Letter to God has been written by G.L.Fuentes. In this chapter, G.L.Fuentes talks about the dedication and faith of a farmer. The name of farmer was Lencho. He believed in God a lot and he was a great true believer in the God. His faith was completely blind that anything or everything is possible if God wants. So let's start without wasting the time. And before it, I request you all to subscribe and like the videos if you are first time on the channel and enjoy the videos. Okay, let's start. The house, the only one in the entire valley, sat on the crest of a low hill. From this height, one could see the river and the field of ripe corn dotted with the flowers that always promised a good harvest. The house of the farmer. It was only one house in the entire valley. Okay, there was no other house in that valley, in that area. It was set on the crest, just you can say top of hill, or top of hill of a low hill. Okay, I mean the house was situated on the low hill, but it was on the top of the low hill, and it was single and only one house in that area. There was no other house. From this height, one could see the river and the field of ripe corn dotted with the flowers. From the height, okay, where the house was situated, anybody could see the river. I mean the visualization, the displayment, okay, the display of the river was clear from that house, from that height where the house was situated. Okay, and the field of ripe corn, maize, just you can say makkah, dotted with the flowers, and the flowers was looking like dotted, okay, I mean spotted places that always promised a good harvest. Okay, this area was broadly known to provide and to give good harvest of the maize and wheat and corn also. The only thing the earth needed was a downpour or at least a shower. Okay, the area and the soil was very good for the harvests, but it was the natural phenomena that crops needs water. Okay, because without water, without moisture, crops can't grow well. So the earth needs only a downpour, just you can say floating water from the height of the mountain, or a shower raining throughout the morning. Lencho here, Lencho, the name of the farmer has been given. The farmer's name is Lencho. In the morning, who knew his fields intimately, had done nothing else but see the sky towards the northeast. The farmer Lencho, he knew, he was completely and well known about his fields. Just you can say he was completely identified, okay, about his field, and had nothing else but see the sky towards the northeast. The farmer was looking upward into the sky completely, or most of the time in the morning or throughout the morning, in the hope that it will rain today. Now we are going to get some water. Oh man, the Lencho, the farmer, says to his wife that it will rain today. We'll get some water today. This is the expectation or hope of farmers whenever they need water to irrigate their fields. The woman who was preparing supper replied, "Yes, God willing." Okay, she was also in the hope that God will rain today, or if it will be the God's grace, it will rain today. And the woman was preparing, she was making supper, just you can say the food of evening. The older boys were working in the field. Older adult boys who could serve their work and their dedication, hard work in the field, they were doing hard work in the fields while the smaller ones were playing near the house until the woman called them. Older boys, they were working in the field, and smaller little boys were playing near the house until the woman called to them all. Okay, I mean, small boys, they used to play, or they played most of the time until their mother called them for dinner or supper. Come for dinner. Okay, it was during the meal, that just as it was the time of meal, okay, when people uh, eats their dinner. Now Lencho had predicted, okay, prophecy, just you can say, uh, prophecy means just we tell something about future. Okay, we expect something about our future, that it is going to be happen or it will be favorable. Big drops of rain began to fall. As he predicted, according to his prophecy, it was raining, or it began to rain. In the northeast, huge mountain of clouds could be seen approaching. Okay, in the northeast, if one could see in the north, there was a positive hope or positive sign to rain in the north, because huge mountains of cloud, okay, just a heap of clouds were approaching towards those area where the Lencho's house was. The air was fresh and sweet. It was very charming air and fresh air. The man went out for no other reason than to have the pleasure of feeling the rain on his body. Okay? The man, the people of his family, Lencho went out to enjoy the rain on his body in the hope that it will rain today, or it is going to rain. And when he returned, he exclaimed, "These are not raindrops falling from the sky. They are new coins. The big drops are 10-cent pieces, and the little ones are fives." Okay? Happily, with the great pleasure, Lento says that these drops of water, these drops of rain, is not the water. Okay, these are the coins. Here, the metaphor, the coins or the raindrops is completely considered as new coins. Big drops of water, according to Lencho, big drops of water are 10 cents. Okay, 10 cent is the currency, as we know, rupees. Okay, rupee is our currency. 10 rupee, 5 rupees, we have seen the coins of 10 also and 5 also. So according to the Lencho, the big drops of water was 10-cent pieces, and little drops of water are fives. Okay, next, with a satisfied expression, he regarded the field of ripe corn with its flower. With satisfied expression, Lencho was very satisfied. He was feeling very good as he regarded the field of ripe corn with its flower. Draped, it was covered. Draped means covered in a curtain of rain. Okay, it was raining, and the field, cornfield, rip, just you can say clotted. Rip means clotted, just we understand cooked means completely it is ready to be ripped. Okay, ripped means just you can say cut and bind the crops. So the rip corn was ready to be ripped, but it need only last shower, last just you can say irrigation of water. So but suddenly a strong wind began to blow, and along with the rain, very large hailstones began to fall. It was a bad thing which took place or happened with Lencho. It broke the expectations and his desire that the wind began to blow. Okay, large and strong wind, just like storm came. And along with the storm, I ran very large hailstones. Hailstones means it is a kind of stone, white stone, which falls along with the rain sometimes. We could see. These truly did resemble new silver coins. Okay, it seemed that these big drops, these hailstones, are silver coins because it were in the color of silver. The boys, exposing themselves to the rain, ran out to collect the frozen pearls. The boys, they don't have the sense about wrong and right. They enjoyed too much in the raining and they ran out from their houses to collect the falling stones, hailstones from the sky. It's really getting bad now, exclaimed the man. Lencho exclaimed with sorrow that it is really getting bad now. It is very bad thing which is happening now. I expect because only it was the need of water, not hailstone. Okay, hailstone could hurt and ruin all the harvests of corn. I hope it passes quickly. Lencho expects and hopes that Hailstone will be finished or will finished immediately now. But it did not pass quickly. Okay, but it was constantly falling from the sky. For an hour, the hail rained on the house, the garden, the hillside, the cornfield, on the whole valley. It was constantly falling, or it constantly fell for an hour. Okay, hailstone fell for for an hour. Where? In the garden, on the hillside, on the cornfield, on the whole valley of the area, and it ruined the complete and whole crops, whole harvest in the valley, and it was very frustrating for the farmer Lencho. The field of white as if covered with salt. It or the hailstone fell as much as it could and it covered the whole plain just like harvest flowers. It seemed that there was a layer of white salt on the earth. It was very frustrating which happened with Lancho because we are also belonging from middle classes and we know the problem of farmers, poor, who believe in the God that He'll do something better, and if something nature and somebody else hurts the poor and farmers, it is very frustrating, and they cry and weep because they are very hopeless. Okay, they don't have another sources to earn money for their livelihood. Overall, it is only last expectation for the poor and farmers that this year their harvest and crop will give them good profits. But nature did not accept it. Happened what? The field was white as it or as if covered with salt. Not a leaf remained on the trees. All the leaves of trees fell down. The corn was totally destroyed. The corn, the maize was completely destroyed or ruined. The flowers were gone from the plants. And the flowers of plants also fell down with the hailstones on the earth. Lencho's soul was filled with sadness. Once again, the Lencho frustrated so much and he was very sad seeing the destroyed corn in front of her eyes. When the storm had passed, he stood in the middle of the field and said to his sons, as the rain passes, the hailstone passes, he went outside in his field and stand there. He says to his sons, a plague of locusts would have left more than this. The hell has left nothing. This year we will have no corn. That night was a sorrowful one. All our work for nothing. There is no one who can help us. We will all go hungry this year. This is very frustrating and so sad for a farmer when his crops has been ruined completely by the hailstones and nature's disaster. Locusts, insects, which big swarms and destroy. Okay, not only remained on the trees, as I told you, a plague of locusts would be better than this. The farmer Lencho says that the plague of locusts, in which insects swarms herds and eat the crops, but they leave some parts of the crops for the farmers. But this hailstone, it has taken all my crops completely, have left more than this. If it would be, okay, he thinks that if it would be swarms, insects at the place of hailstone, they would leave some parts of corn for us. But this hailstone, this disaster has taken all. The hail has left nothing. There is nothing for us, for our livelihood, and for our this year. Nothing. It has taken completely. It has snatched all my crops. For what we did hard work throughout the season, throughout the year, and this year we'll have no corn. We have nothing as corn to eat this year. That night was so sorrowful one. It was most sorrowful night out of the Lencho's life. It happened first time in his life, and all the expectations has been broken out. All our work for nothing. We did hard work throughout the season, throughout the year, working in the field to have a good harvest. But these all for nothing, because the result is nothing. Okay, how does a person, how does a farmer feel when he works hard and the result is zero? We students, we can imagine for a similar example. We read out so much, we prepared a lot, and we did hard work, hard struggle to get good result in our examination, but due to some reason we got zero. It is against our expectation. Same happened with the farmer. There is no one who can help the farmer. Lencho says that there is nobody, because the house was only single in that in that area. There was nobody else in that area who could assist and help and to provide grains for Lencho. We all have to be hungry this year. Lencho says to his sons that we have to be hungry throughout the year this time, because we have nothing to eat. That's it for the first part of this chapter. Keep learning.